Good evening, everybody.
Good evening,
Good evening,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
How are you today?
I'm very good. How about you, ma'am?
Okay, thank you. I'm also same as you see here. Okay, wish everybody are in good condition. We will come to the new topic about previewing. As we know from our RPS or the semester learning plan, so everybody comes to the 11th meeting about previewing. Previewing is one of the comprehension skill in reading. So after you learning about the previewing, so everybody know how to preview the article, how to preview the book, how to preview the paragraph or the text, how to preview the question, how to preview the any other reading text. And I wish after learning this, everybody will be the master of one of the comprehension skill, previewing. And in reading, of course, previewing is important enough because as we know how to preview the book is different with how to preview the article. And let's come to our module about previewing on page 75, unit 2. Okay, let's. Okay, good. For our lesson for today, or the new topic of ours today is about the previewing. As we know, based on our RPS, the previewing is to know about something, the article or reading before we continue to read the article. So in here, your purpose in preview is firstly, to learn the reading that allow you to get general sense of what a passage, article, or book and about how it is organized. It is the purpose of the preview. And then, if you want to know about the preview, there are some things or some kinds of preview, as you should know. We know in English, or not in English, in language, preview is very important, very important. That's why before you know the article, before you want to know the book, before you want to know the paragraph, you need to preview firstly. So when you want to preview an article or essay, and when you want to preview the question for an article or essay, it is different. How to preview article and how to preview the question, they have some different way. If you want to preview an article or essay, firstly, you should look at the first paragraph. And then you also should look at the first sentence. And after that, you may conclude the sentence. It is the way for you to preview an article or essay. But if you want to preview question, there are many things that you should know if you want to preview the article or essay. Firstly, you should think about the question. Like, what is it about? What is the article about? What is the title? And then you should also want to know, what about this? What about the article is? What about the essay is? Like that. If you want to preview the questions. And then what else? You also should know what kind of text. And then, is it the description? Is it an explanation? Is it an argument? Or is it a narrative? So if you want to preview the question or the article or essay, so you should always think about the question. There are 4 kinds of questions that you want to know, like in our module. So I wish everybody you should read, because it is the reading class. Everybody should read more, yeah. And then what else? If you want to read or to preview the questions for an article or essay, you also should divide into parts. How is it organized? And then You also should know, are there any maps? Are there any numbers? Are there any italicized number or italicized words? Or are there names in the text? Because based on it, you may see easily, you may look for the answer easily. Okay, and then the third, if you want to preview a textbook, also has the different way with preview article, preview question, and then preview a textbook. If you want to preview a textbook, what should you do? Firstly, you should read the table of the content. Don't go to the content before you read the table of the content firstly. After that, you read the outline of chapter to find out what they contain. Because in outline, there are often the explanation about the content in outline, even though it is only the short explanation. So it is about the preview. As you see here, I have shared you the topic about previewing, and last time I have asked you to read about previewing before we start the topics. And I wish every student have studied it and have known about it. So now, after explanation, any question please? Okay, one by one. Please.
Miss, I have a question.
Okay.
So after understanding this previewing, I think, is there a side effect, like a bad thing about previewing? Sure, there must be something wrong with it, right? I mean, if I can be misunderstood about the text or anything at all, I mean, what is the side effect of it, the bad side effect? Is there any?
Okay. From students, is there any of you know about the question, or do you know about the question? Maybe you have had the experience about it. Basically, if you ask about the bad thing, not bad thing, because it's only to preview, right? So if you just to preview, of course, no bad thing yet. It is not the sure answer yet. Just preview.
Okay,
so
miss.
If you want to know blah blah blah, you should, like, you want to know the important words or important thing, so you should go to the names or italicized word like that. So of course, no bad thing in the preview. I think like that.
Thank you, miss. Now I understand.
Okay, good. The other question, please.
Ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I just little bit confused about the main idea. As we know, the main idea is always in front of the first paragraph, right?
Okay.
Can the main idea we put in the middle of the first paragraph, like after the first sentence, we put in the second sentence?
Can, of course, can. About the main idea, sometimes main idea can find in the first, but also can find in the middle or in the last of the sentence in the paragraph. So it is not only in the first paragraph, but sometimes it is in the last. Like that.
Oh, thank you,
Or
ma'am.
is there anyone here who has the same experience like that, that find the main idea not only in the first paragraph, but also in the middle or in the last? Is there any of you?
Yes, ma'am. I sometimes find it in the last paragraph. I mean, last part.
Last sentence of the paragraph. Okay, thank you. Like that. So it's not only in the first sentence. Okay, good. The other.
Miss, but I have to say this. If it is on the last sentence, for example, if the main idea is on the last sentence, then how is the preview will work? Because preview always look at the first sentences like that, miss.
Okay, thank you. The question for Yosem is, should we find the main idea, not preview? Okay, it is only about the main idea. Main idea. Can we find the main idea in the second sentence, or in the middle sentence, or in the last sentence? Or is it only in the first sentence like that? It is still not
Oh.
about the preview, but about the main idea.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Wendy. Thank you, Wendy. The other, please.
So, ma'am,
Ma'am,
Yes.
you first.
Yeah. Okay. Priscilla first.
Ma'am, is there any effective ways or fastest ways to do previewing?
Okay. As I have explained before, the strategy for you, if you want to preview an article or essay, so you should always look at most, not always full, but most at the first paragraph. If you want to preview an article or essay, first paragraph, first sentence, and after that to the conclusion, like that. It is if you want to preview an article, but if you want to preview questions, also has the require for you or the strategy. First, if you want to preview question, you should think about the question about what is it, what's the title, like that. So based on the title, based on the topic, you may understand a little bit about what's the question, like that. And then you should also know about what kind of text. Is it description? Is it explanation? Like that. And then you also should divide it into the parts, how it is organized. And also you should look at the maps. Is there any maps there? Is there any maps? Is there any numbers? Is there any italicized words? Yeah. So it is only the, if we say kisi-kisi, or if you say the, what is strategy? And if you want to preview textbook, you should read the table of the content firstly. Okay, it is the strategy for you. You got it, Priscilla? Okay, thank you.
Okay, ma'am. But if I want to preview a novel, how about it?
It's same with the textbook. Novel and textbook are same. You should read the table first, table of the contents. After that, you also read about the outline of chapter. In each chapter of the novel, of course, there is the outline, right? So you should read it firstly, so you understand a little bit about whole contents. Like that. Okay, Priscilla. Thank you. The other, please.
Ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
well, I'm still wondering how important is actually previewing in reading. Is it a must when we read a text, article, or something like that?
If we say a must, not a must, because it is only one of the skill. There are many skill if you want to comprehend. Okay, if you want to comprehend or to understand about the text, there are many ways. So previewing is one of the skill. So it is not a must. You got? Only one of the skill, one of the some skills that you should study in reading. Okay.
Got it, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. The other, please. Is there any other that you want to ask?
Ma'am?
Ma'am. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yep, please.
Okay. For the, is preview very important in the preparation of the book?
Preparation of the book or preparation of the learning something? Or preparation of the answering question or preparation for the test?
When, for example, when we make some book or novel, I think it is important.
Of course, it is important. Even though it is only one of some skills, yeah. Sometimes you can use the other skill, but it is the easier one to you to know about the other because it's only preview, right? Not so difficult. Okay, Tanya, you got it?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Good, thank you. The other, please.
Me, ma'am.
Yeah, Helen, please.
My question is previewing text a good strategy for understanding the text?
Of course, yes. The answer must be yes. It is a good strategy. Even though it is, as I say before, it is only one of the skill. There are so many skills. You can do skimming, you can do underlining, you can do the other, yeah. But it is only one of some skills if you want to comprehend the reading. But it is useful. Okay.
Thank
Okay,
you,
Helen?
ma'am.
Welcome. The other? Is there any?
Ma'am,
Mhm.
can I ask something?
Yep, please.
So my question is like, can we say previewing is a prediction from the text or paragraph that reader have been read like that? Can we say it like a prediction?
Mm-hmm. Okay, can I just ask for the other to answer this question? Maybe some of you understand about the question. Maybe who has the experience, or maybe you have ever read about the preview, so you know to answer this question, please.
Well, I think previewing is quite. We can say previewing can be a prediction because when we preview a text, we will know what the contents of the text or the article. That's what I know, ma'am.
Okay, good. So we can say it is a prediction also, right? The other? Okay, Gina, can you got it? The answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Still any question, please?
Me, ma'am.
Okay, please, Valerio.
I think there are some steps
Really?
when we do previewing to make it easier get information from previewing. So my question is, what are the steps of previewing?
Because I have explained to you before, when do previewing, there are little difference between previewing article, previewing books, and previewing question. So now, which one do you want to know? Previewing what?
I think previewing like a magazine.
Magazine or textbook like that, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. If you want to preview the textbook or magazine, so as I have explained also, you should read about the table of content. Firstly, the step, yeah, the step. After that, you also should read the outline. And then after you read the outline, it is to find what is the article about and what they contain about. So it is important to read the outline. But the best thing is firstly, or the first thing you should do is read about the table of the content. It is first step. After that, before you go to the content of the magazine or content of the, because sometimes even though the magazine, there are some table, right? Like first,
Yes.
first page about what, second page, third page, and etc. So it is explaining in the table of the content. It's this.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Any other?
Hey, ma'am.
Yes, please.
From separate before our today meeting, we have learned about skimming. Well, skimming is like a fast reading before you read the whole of the text and try to find a specific detail about it. But reviewing feels like the same, I think, and I still do not understand what are the difference between them.
Skimming and previewing, of course, is very different. Even though skimming is also the skill in reading, previewing also skill in reading, they are really different. Skimming, you just read past, right? Just read past, want to know what is blah, 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 blah. And skimming often did in answering the question. So sometimes, even though you didn't read the text all or whole, but when you just read the question, you can do skimming. Question number one, blah, blah. So you go to the content or to the text. You read question number 2, and then you go to the text like that. It is the skimming. But previewing has different, very different. Preview, you should firstly you should look at the title, the topic. So the paragraph, first paragraph basically, or first sentence, blah blah. Oh, so from the first paragraph, you may maybe guess what is will be the other paragraph like that. It is preview. Also, if you want to preview like book, based on the table, you may guess the content. Based on the table, you may guess the content. So it is different with the skimming. Okay, Christopher? Okay, I guess enough about, yeah, still have?
Yeah. So after I know what the different about skimming and previewing, how about the scanning, ma'am?
Skimming and scanning almost same. The difference is scanning, you just read about blah, 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 only a little bit. Only a little bit, not based on the question. Okay? So sometimes you just read the headlines or the bold ones. Tang, 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 tang. So you may guess the answer. You may conclude the text. It is scanning. If we say in the real one, it is only scan. Scan like that. Enough. Skimming should answer the question. It is skimming. So it is different. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. About this, I guess enough for the question. And as we have agreed before, that you should try to read this firstly and then do exercise 1. I wish for exercise 1, we directly go to the question to do or to practice about the preview. It is preview the question. Okay. Can I just continue to the question, please? Can we?
Yes.
Okay. So based on the text, based on the essay, based on the text above, please, what is this essay about? After you read or after you learn it at home, so what do you think the essay about in exercise 1?
It's about how the dictionaries are written.
How dictionary are
Written.
Good. Thank you. And then, yeah, of course, because you see the underlined one, and then you see the topic like that, yeah. And then number 2, what kind of text is this? Is it description, explanation, argument, or narrative?
Explanation.
Explanation. Is it explanation? Okay. We can see from the first paragraph until the end, yeah. They just explain. Yeah. Number 3, where do dictionary meaning come from? Based on the text. Where do dictionary meaning come from?
From lots of example of real use of the word.
It is the answer from the text, yeah. You see from the above. So where do dictionary meaning come from? For example, for the Oxford English Dictionary. This one. Divide it, and then it is to define word, then the dictionary. Each of the cards represent an actual use of the word. And then it is not a task setting, but it is true meaning. Okay, question number 4. What is the role of a dictionary writer? The rule. What is the rule?
The dictionary writer is a collector and a recorder.
Record.
Yes.
We can guide the historical record, yeah. But we cannot found it, yeah, because new situation like this, the rules, yeah, our words. The other, please. The other?
I think as a historian, ma'am.
Historian. Still there?
To define a word, then the dictionary editor places before the stack of card illustrating that words according to paragraph number in the underline word number.
Underline word.
Yep.
To define a word, place before him the stack of cards illustration that word. Each of the cards represent an actual use of the word. It is. Okay, thank you. And question number 5. Do words keep the same meaning forever? Forever.
Yes,
no.
maybe.
I think no.
Based on the text, it is not forever, right? Sometimes it can be in a different, like they said in here, the writer of a dictionary is a historian, not a lawyer. So, as an authority, therefore, is to credit the word that was dictionary writer with gifts of prophecy with neither he or anyone else possess. So no one possesses. It means that the other country can change the meaning. Sometimes if you see the street words, street talk, even though in one country maybe the meaning is blah blah blah, but when in street talk or street words, they can change the meaning like that. So can be changed. But if we just find from the root meaning or from the dictionary, it has the root. Arti yang awalnya. And then in here, write any words, phrase, or numbers you notice. I think it is about this one for now. So I want to give you the exercise, to do the exercise 2 and etc. And can we continue to do the exercise, please?